If you are Catholic, this will shock you and get you to read the Bible yourself. Yes, Catholics are told you are not allowed to read the Bible on your own, or you are not allowed to interpret the Bible by yourself. Been there and thought it to be one of the strangest things I ever heard. And I really wanted to get right with God because I liked God a lot and I wanted to be right, in good terms with Him. Plus at the time I had no real concept of what happens after you die, so I figured I better get that figured out. So after studying all sorts of other religions throughout school while growing up, I realized one day, wait a minute, I never read the Bible! Then I thought, well, if the Bible is the most important book of all time, then I should read it! But my parents found out that I was going to start reading the whole Bible, so they became worried and called a local priest over for dinner. The priest told me that I wasn't supposed to be reading or interpreting the Bible on my own. So I just went along with the conversation to be polite. But then I started to ask the priest a bunch of different questions. He couldn't answer most of them or gave me circular answers for others, which is no answer. Then I realized that this priest guy has no clue what he is talking about. He knew his church rules but couldn't answer basic questions about life and the Bible or the afterlife. And that this whole preventing me from reading the Bible thing sounded like some sort of scam. So I got wild and crazy and rebelled. I read the Bible. I even read their Catholic Bible, the New Jerusalem Bible. I read the Bible from page 1 all the way through. And reading the Bible rocked my world. I realized that I was so clueless at the time after reading the Bible, clueless about the things of God and what God wanted and demanded. I felt terrible. And I felt like I was in big trouble because I was hardly doing anything that God says to do in His Word, particularly the New Testament. The pressure built within me. Then one night I just had to talk to God directly. I thought I wasn't allowed to pray to God directly but to a saint or Mary, etc. So I dove in and asked God if I was one of His children. Now I'll stop that story there because that may end up going for another 20 pages. But what is important now is that you check out this track done in comic strip style. It is very well done. It has some very important information for you, everyone really, to consider in general, but also about the Catholic system. Regardless, know that the truth stands on its own. And if you have any questions, do what I did: ask God, your Maker, directly. See the rest of this post and the link at the bottom of the post to see the rest.